day of the tour, guys. A long tour.
And you're on it for half of it. What are some of your
Expectations or goals you have?
or fears?
I think one of the goals that I really have for this tour is I had somebody talk to me before we got on this tour and was very like motivational to me, like go out and work really hard. And I think that's my biggest goal, is to go out and when I'm done at the end of the day, be so exhausted from just being out there and trying to get the name of Avion Roe out to the fans. So I think for me it's just literally working as much as I possibly can for more people to hear our name.
Any fears being on the tour?
No, I'm pretty fearless. I think it's just kind of a work hard, play hard mentality. We want to go out there and, like I said, get our name in as many people's minds as possible. But we also want to come out here and have fun. We're musicians. It's the most fun job in the world, and we're on the most fun tour of the summer. So, it's just like a work hard, play hard mentality for us.
A lot of bands have
Things they do to get ready before they perform. So what are some things you guys do to get ready?
I don't really have like a set routine. Like sometimes I'll listen to music, sometimes I won't. Like we like to talk. We kind of like to have like the huddle before and talk to each other. And
before we actually go
like
to
that.
set up on stage, I generally will do like some breathing exercises, just to kind of get my mind right. But other than that, I mean, it's not something I necessarily have to do, but I like to, just to kind of get in that right mentality for the show.
The biggest thing is kind of every day in being a band, what you don't see from the fan side of it is that there's so much more that goes into getting to a show and to making it work to where everything looks perfect from the fan side, from the fourth wall, if you will. And a lot of times before we play, almost every time, we try to have that huddle, and I think a lot of bands kind of make it a jokey huddle. For us, it's very serious, and we just talk about what we're going through at that time and why why the music is going to make it all better, and it always does.
Our magazine is very passionate about the homeless. We've done a lot of work in the past with
The homeless. Have you guys had any experience with the homeless?
Fort Worth, which is just a little south of Dallas, was in like 2010. It was the 15th highest homeless population in North America. I believe that. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on it. But I'm not related to anyone homeless. But every time we go to Dallas or Fort Worth, you're used to people coming up to you, and a lot of times they're good people. That just need a break.
It was years ago. I think it was before I even met you. I actually went with my family, and on Christmas morning at like 5 a.m. we went and just helped give meals to the homeless in Dallas, and that was a really cool experience. It's not something that I've ever really done before, but it was kind of eye-opening to see how many people were there. And you take having a family, you take having like people around you, and having a home. And you take all that for granted, and to see so many people who don't have that, like, it kind of breaks your heart a little bit. So it was a really eye-opening experience for me.
I was playing a show with an old band like probably 6 years ago in Pittsburgh, and this guy approached me, and I just talked to the guy. I was like, "Hey man, what's up?" And I was, the guy was just like, "Man," and he sounded genuine. He was just like, he's like, "Man, I started a new job today, and I'm sleeping in the booth like that I'm working in." And I was like, "Man, that's crazy." And the guy started crying, and at that I was like, "Man, this is really heartfelt. Like he actually is like, I believe him." Here, dude, this is the rest of the money. There's a $10 bill. Like, dude, please use this for something like positive. Like, please don't go buy a bottle of vodka with this.
And Jordan doesn't have money. $10 to Jordan. That's like 3 meals. So.
Yeah, but like I could tell that I was like, this guy needs it more than me. And like you said, I've never given a lot of money away, but I was like, that guy really genuinely needed it, and I hope it helped.
A lot of the homeless really are at the lowest point in their life, but I find it interesting. A lot of them claim Jesus as their savior. What is your perception of Jesus?
I don't know. I believe in something. I believe there's something. I believe there's a God. There's no way that, like, to me, like this, all of this is here. There's guys like, even they're like, well, what about the Big Bang? And I'm like, where'd the explosion come from? You know what I mean? Like
I was raised Catholic and Christian, so I obviously believe in God and Jesus, and it's something that I don't necessarily like practice per se, but it is something in my beliefs that I have.
I think I'm still a young guy. My views are constantly changing, and my perception of the world is changing with it. And it's just not something I want to speak to right now because I don't know. I don't know, and I feel confident saying that.
Today, social media is so important with connecting with fans and kids. How do you guys stay connected with your fans?
I spend at least 2 hours a day on my phone on our social medias, at least. We had an album come out last week, and I literally was on my phone for almost 12 hours of the day, just constantly going between different platforms. It's almost like I look forward to it at times of the day. I'm like, oh, I wonder what people are saying, and like a lot of friends are like, hey, we're wondering what songs you're playing this summer, and different things like that. And it kind of gets, you get that perspective that you don't typically see. So,
like back when I was growing up, we didn't even have that. You know, we couldn't talk to our favorite bands. Now, like your favorite bands, your favorite artists are just a tweet away or a message away.
I would say social media is largely responsible for the jump start of our band. Even I don't know if YouTube's social media necessarily, but our first music video, our independent music video for a song called Who I Am that we did, it's well over 2 million views now, and that wasn't on a label. We just toured on our own and pushed it, and it's because people were talking about it on these outlets, and we were talking back saying, thank you, this is awesome that you guys like it, that you're understanding it, that you feel like you're a part of it. That makes you a part of it.